Hello again, my friends, and I hope you are having a better day than Pokemon Go players. They're currently in the middle of a bit of an identity crisis as Pokemon Go updated their avatar appearances, and it's going over like a lead balloon. Here we have an article from Niche Gamer by Brandon Little. Pokemon Go fans are furious after ugly avatar update, and I can understand why. It's really not at all attractive. Fans of the Pokemon Go mobile game are angry after Niantic decided to update the player models, which the game has been using since launch. The new avatars were intended to provide players with more customization options beyond hairstyles and clothes. Traditionally, Pokemon Go players chose one of two body types, hair color, skin color, and players were seemingly satisfied with just that thanks to the dozens of clothing options available. And here you have a picture of, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it has a weirdly long torso and strangely wide legs. I have no idea. Wow, okay. It's just ugly. They're supposed to have customizable proportions for weight, muscle, shoulders, chest, and hips. And here you got the cute little avatar. Literally every Pokemon Go post over the last 24 hours has felt like a funeral. This shit is unreal, man. Many of the complaints are coming from women who play the game that prefer their curvy avatar as opposed to the weird, lanky, gangly character they've been given in its stead. Surely Niantic could have kept the originals and just added more customization options rather than downgrading the base model. There's actually some good ideas in the update that are absolutely spoiled by the uglier base models. Hairstyles are now much easier to search through. There's new color options for skin tones, eyes, and hair. And the variable body proportions would probably be well received if they were adjustments to the base model. And they're not wrong, because despite having an option to change the hips, it doesn't appear that they actually give them any hips. Of course, this isn't the first time Niantic has made a questionable decision that angered fans. Last year, they raised the price of remote raid passes and tried to capitalize on the popularity of joining friends, possibly on the other side of the country. These became especially popular during the COVID-19 pandemic. Shortly after these changes were made, the game's player base hit a 5-year low, undoing the bump in popularity it got during lockdowns, which makes sense. So the real question here is, who's behind it? How did we drop to this lowly state? Well, Grums, of course, has the details. Well, some of them anyway. Who's behind the Pokemon Go gender erasure? Turns out the makers of Pokemon Go consulted with a Sweet Baby Inc. style consultancy firm, gaymerx. Did this lead to the changes? Very likely, and he's right. These firms absolutely need to go. Now, out of curiosity, I did indeed pull up the website for gaymerx. So then what is gaymerx? I hear you asking from the other side of the screen because I am clairvoyant. Because I am a elder goddess. Well, I have the About Us right here, right now. gaymerx is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to celebrating and supporting LGBTQ plus people and culture in the world of gaming with a focus on video games. Their vision statement: representation in media matters. The more LGBTQ plus content there is, the more normalized the experience of being bisexual, lesbian, asexual, transgender, gay, queer, pansexual, intersex, questioning, and or non-binary becomes. gaymerx was founded in 2012 with the goal of getting more LGBTQ plus individuals into the industry and a desire to boost the profile of the game developers already making queer content. The idea was simple. Gaming is for everyone. Based in the San Francisco Bay Area, shocking, gaymerx began the first ever LGBTQ-focused gaming convention. It grew into a yearly event featuring expo, entertainment, and panels focused on queer culture and issues in gaming. It also expanded to hold events not just in San Francisco, but also New York and Australia. In 2017, gaymerx became a fully fledged nonprofit organization and expanded their programming to include opportunities for LGBTQ+ game developers to participate in professional conferences and other gaming events. Today, gaymerx advocates for more and better LGBTQ+ representation in game content and in staff at major studios. They also assist game developers in attending major game development conferences, allowing them to make connections and find jobs in the industry. And perhaps what they're most well known for, gaymerx hosts gaming conventions showcasing LGBTQ+ game creators, gaming content, and speakers. The convention provides a safe space for gamers of all genders, races, ethnicities, abilities, and orientations to come together and do what they love most: game. gaymerx is committed to creating fun and safe spaces for gamers and gamers of all identities. Oh my god. gaymerx is a queer space made for everyone and everyone is welcome. Doubt that. You can see they also offer consulting and training. GaymerX is proud to offer consulting and training services to the games industry as part of our mission to support and celebrate LGBTQIA+, okay, they went the long way on this one, people and culture in games. We offer a selection of LGBTQIA+ centered training curricula, as well as customized solutions designed to help advance diversity, equity, visibility, and inclusion in gaming. Okay, so they went from die to dive. We serve individuals and businesses working in the video game and tabletop gaming industries, including independent game developers, game studios of all sizes, publishers, media outlets, and more. What we offer. GaymerX will help you create more LGBTQIA inclusive spaces, workplaces, and events. We provide a wide variety of services utilizing our in-house experts and network of consultants with diverse and intersectional identities. I hate intersectionality. Below are some of the training and consulting services we provide. Alternatively, we are happy to work with you to engineer a custom solution for you or your studio's needs. If you don't see something below that fits, email us to schedule a no-cost 30-minute meeting with our team to discuss ways we can help. So they do a presentation integrating queer themes and games. Does this have, oh God, there's more information. Okay. A 60-minute presentation on the basics of incorporating LGBTQIA+ themes and content into games. We offer a guidance on why LGBTQIA+ content matters in media, themes that appeal to queer audiences, and how to use tropes and how to avoid using them badly. Additionally, this talk provides a historical perspective on queer themes and other forms of visual media and how it relates to gaming. After the presentation, we provide a 15-minute Q&A opportunity plus a quick reference PDF for participants. My God. A workshop of gender identity in the workplace. Another workshop, community management strategies for supporting LGBTQIA+ players. Okay, we're going to have to look at this one. Available as a 90-minute or half-day workshop. Oh my Lord. Our staff discusses best practices for celebrating LGBTQIA+ people in player communities and maintaining their safety. The training includes a mixture of traditional presentation, small group breakout discussions, role-playing, and Q&A sessions. Topics covered include LGBTQIA+ inclusive language, how to spot toxic behaviors targeted at queer players, and strategies for confronting and communicating with problematic community members. Includes a quick reference PDF for participants after the workshop. I really can't help but think that they don't do a very good job of whatever in the world this is. Panel discussion, intersectional community built. What? Customized 60-minute panel featuring gender diverse LGBTQIA, POC, and disabled and or neurodiverse experts in the field of games. This discussion not only focuses on representation, but also intersectional visibility in games-based community building. Our staff will work to identify a panel of appropriate speakers in our networks based on your need and provide one of our staff members to moderate the discussion. Okay. Sounds like a struggle session. Consultation, sensitivity reading. Yay. Marketing, social media and promotional materials, and custom solutions. Oh my God. Niantic, Behavior, Dead by Daylight 5, and Volition. Okay. I did remember briefly reading about some controversy GaymerX had been involved in. However, I couldn't find it. What I did find was so much better. Well, not better, but it made me giggle. I'm not gonna lie. I would like to introduce you to Over It, a Reddit-like website for women. I'm going to read the mission to you because this is rich. Over It is a project committed to women's liberation that provides a platform for women-centered communities. Women have the right to discuss issues which affect us. Public discourse now largely takes place online, but online conversation platforms are increasingly restricting the bounds of permissible speech and banning, silencing, and otherwise deplatforming women who want to talk about women's rights and women issues on our own terms. A world where women cannot discuss topics impacting our rights is a world where women cannot persevere or advocate for our rights. Over It is run by a team of radical feminist women dedicated to safeguarding women's ability to have community with other women and speak freely about issues that matter to us as individuals and as a class. We created this space because we, like those who seek to silence us. I'm sorry. I'll explain why I'm trying not to laugh. Understand the power of women's voices and experiences. We are here to make sure they are heard. The Over It community is made up of a broader group of people. Over It is open to women of all persuasions. Men are allowed to join some conversations, but must respect boundaries. This corner of the internet is one of the increasingly few places, real or virtual, unapologetically dedicated to prioritizing and centering women. The feminists have had to make a group from themselves because the culture they created is so toxic. Okay. This is not the channel for that. The reason we're on this site now is because they realized that there is indeed a problem with this kind of behavior. GaymerX is the likely culprit for ruining the players' avatars in Pokemon Go. Found the ones who seem to be the culprits for what happened in Pokemon Go. This is over its link to a post that Pokemon Go avatars are now sexless blobs. For those who don't know, Niantic is the company and they're a client of the woke GaymerX company. Here we have Only Human. Good to see Overt has finally realized what's happening to gaming. DEI in gaming has been a gradual push for years now, but it's always been dismissed as just being backlash from conservative right-winger gamers who hate women, who are out there, but that's not all of us who are getting annoyed. The majority of gamers complaining about DEI is the male part bawling about female characters not being 10 out of 10 models anymore. The storyline's going to hell is just a minor complaint, and this is actually wrong with sarcasm if you ever see this. The storyline's going to hell is a major complaint because they're just shoehorning women in and other characters, but hold on, we're gonna continue this. Apparently the original poster didn't understand what DEI was. Here we go. He explains it. I'm assuming it's a he, honestly, but I'm not 100% positive on that. Basically boils down to you need to be more inclusive in your games, so you should trash your good character ideas and replace them with token characters. God forbid you give them actual characterizations or backstories. Stop a bunch of rainbow flags all over the map and put in some Wi-Fi password color palettes and call it a day. But remember that certain countries never see anything that they don't want to see. Honestly, it started out good, more female characters with more depth, less sexual content. Then we got the token NBs, while story and lore were thrown out. Here we are. Sorry, but the discourse around this has been hilarious. I've come across a post by a TIM, I'm not sure what that means, wherein he explains that the update makes him feel dysphoric, which is funny because it should make him feel affirmed and represented. The female body types now look straight, hipless with long stretched out torsos and whatnot. Oh, I happen to have that post right here. Let's take a look. I think I'm feeling a little feisty, I don't know. And here we are on r/Pokemon Go. Trans girl rant about the awful new avatar designs. Dysphoria, it's a complaint. Hey all, I've never posted long messages on Reddit before, but this avatar change is the first time I just want to vent about my feelings. I also like to give an extra insight and perspective about how a trans girl feels about this. To say the change is awful is pretty clear at this point. I've never struggled much with dysphoria, but this new avatar is triggering more dysphoria than I've ever had in real life. In real life, I was luckily quite blessed with a feminine body, which is obviously not the case anymore in Pokemon Go. Whatever I do with the sliders and clothing, the proportions are so bad it makes my character look like a cis guy wearing female clothes. For years in real life, I've done so much to make myself more feminine, working towards a body I feel represents me and am comfortable in. It's disheartening that now I can't represent myself in Pokemon Go anymore, as they have taken away so many feminine features. The torso is just so long. The waist is basically non-existent along with the hips, and to top it off, the chest looks weird. It's incredibly hurtful that all these female features has been taken away or been downgraded. Instead of looking at myself, I'm forced to look at an obviously male-modeled based character wearing feminine clothes, and it's triggering me deeply. It's a deep shame they screwed up all character possibilities to the point barely anyone feels represented and comfortable in their own Pokemon Go character. Hopefully they will change it, but knowing Niantic, I fear the worst. Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that could be said there still. When they're triggering people because they're that ugly. Now, the last thing I wanted to visit are the Japanese. What do the Japanese have to say about this? And thankfully, through the magic of Google and Translate Post, we can find out. Here you see a Pokemon trainer who is quite on the chunky side. Apparently feels this looks strong. Now let's see what this person has to say. Yes, I remember this one. Looks like you can have a Pokemon battle without Pokemon. That one's funny. Looks stronger than Piplup. I hate Pokemon Go right now. I can't blame him. After watching this, I looked at my avatar and somehow it made me look fatter. Oh my gosh. She looks like she could lift a truck with one hand. After the adventure with Satoshi, Hikari, 20, has become a recluse. Like I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so after consulting my resident Pokemon expert, I have been informed that the reason this is funny is because Hikari is Dawn and Satoshi is Ash. And so after the adventures with Ash, Dawn stayed home and got fat. Yeah, I'm also not a Pokemon player, in case you can't tell. Yeah, I like this one. It's in English, though. Your avatar can now even look more like you. So mean. Stop eating your mon. Oh, wait, wrong game. Snorlax is a trainer now. Snorlax doesn't look so good. Your avatar now looks just like you. Ugly as hell, says Pokemon Go. They're obviously not at all impressed, you know. Oh, crap. Well, I'm just going to have to leave it that way. I didn't realize my window was all off and I didn't switch it back appropriately. So y'all are getting that left in. Sorry about the malfunction on my end, but I read everything, so you should still be able to get the point. In short, I think we can all agree that the Pokemon Go avatar revamp has gone over very poorly. It's a matter of consulting the wrong people and listening to even worse people. And what's worse is those people get paid for it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you really liked it, you can feel free to share it around, and I will catch you later.